Hey manifestors, it's Olivia Grace and I'm back with another video for you guys. I decided to go ahead and make two today since I may or may not be making another video for about a week. And I want to give a special shout out to July for requesting this video. I did already have it planned, but of course the alignment matched up to where what I was seeking is seeking me and what she was seeking is seeking her. So I'm going to go ahead and make this video. And we're talking about action and alignment. And this is a question that I used to struggle with a lot. And I think as manifestors, definitely with all the different teaching styles and all the different advice there is, it can be hard to know, like, well, should I be taking action? Should I be literally doing nothing? Like, what exactly should I be doing? So of course I'm going to come with 3 tips for you guys on what to do. And the first thing to do when it comes to wondering if you should take action or if you should be working on your vibration still and allowing, is to realize that your mind, your thoughts, your vibe, your beliefs, these are the things that are creating, not your action. Okay. So that is the first and foremost thing to believe, because sometimes we try to compensate for our lack of belief and our lack of trust with more action, but it does not lead us to what we're wanting, because we're still coming from the energy of not having, of trying to basically bang it into place, which is something that Abraham Hicks says. You're banging around, you're trying to force it, right? And instead of knowing, instead of feeling, instead of vibing, something that Joseph Murphy says, which is, he's an excellent teacher. If you haven't heard of him, I definitely encourage you to check him out on YouTube. But he says, how can you add power to omnipotence? Don't try and force things. How could you add power to omnipotence? How can you compensate for universal power and the power of the energy within you with action, with human action? You can. That power is greater and will always be greater. So, but first you have to know that, because if you think, again, every single part of your thoughts are creating. So let's say if you're thinking, okay, I'm not going to take action because I know it's better for me to get my energy right. But while you're getting your energy right and you're allowing, you're feeling lazy. You're feeling like, well, I'm not doing enough. Well, this isn't going to work for me. And if I don't do something, nothing's going to happen. Then it's not going to work, because you're not really thinking it's going to work. You're thinking it's not going to work. You're thinking that you still have things that you must do in order for it to unfold for you. And so it is, you still will have things that you have to do for it to unfold for you. But really, the first thing that you really need to do is to realize that your mind is creating, not your action. Okay. And this is evident. You can see people that are working 3-4 jobs. They probably don't have money, if you're working 3-4 jobs, something you're feeling like action, you have no time for yourself, no time for your family. But if you have to work 3 or 4 jobs, you probably don't have the abundance that you're looking for from those 3 or 4 jobs. So that's just a quick kind of example as how taking lots of action will not change your vibration, which in turn will not change your reality. So you'll just be working hard for less. So the next thing is to know that alignment leads to action. Alignment, when you align your energy, you will get impulses. Your intuition will talk to you. Your intuition will tell you, do this, not that. Your intuition will tell you, call that person. Your intuition will tell you, go to this place, and click on this thing. And the thing is about aligned action is, most of the time, it's not the logical thing, right? It's not something that you would think to do. So when it comes up, that's why it's so easy for us to ignore our intuition. It's very subtle, and it doesn't always make sense. It doesn't always make you, like, it may tell you go to the store and you could be thinking, well, that has nothing to do with my desire. That has nothing to do with what I'm trying to create. But obviously your intuition, your higher self, has a higher perspective of what is important and what is there for you and your path, and is trying to lead you down it. But you have to be able to suspend your doubt and suspend your kind of thinking like, oh, that doesn't make sense, or oh, that's not going to do anything for me, and just trust it. Trust your intuition. That alignment will lead you to aligned action. So again, instead of trying to take action to get into alignment, and your alignment is going to lead you to the next step. And for me, I know that in my experience, I wouldn't often get inspired to aligned action. And there are a couple reasons for that. One, I was not very in tune with my intuition. I've become much more in tune with my intuition so that I can hear it. I can hear when it's my intuition or when it's just me, which are two of the same things, but you know what I mean. I can hear when it's my perspective, my higher perspective, or if it's my lower perspective, if it's my new self that I'm stepping into, or if it's my old stuff I'm stepping out of. And obviously you can tell, is this thought coming from love or fear? If the thought is coming from love, it's probably coming from your higher perspective. If it's coming from fear, it's probably coming from your old self-concept and the old way that you used to create. So again, using money as an example, if you would say, okay, I need money, let me go do this thing. That way I feel abundant. Instead of doing that, your intuition may guide you. Hey, call up this person. I don't know, check on your grandma. You call, check on your grandma, and she's like, hey, I've been thinking about you. I just want to send you $100. You know what I mean? So let the alignment tell you what action you should take, and that action will be the right action. There was something else that I wanted to say about that, but that's good for now. So the next thing is, what is the action that you would be taking if your desire was yours? If you knew that your desire was yours, if you knew that what you wanted was not going to happen, but happening now, it's unfolding now. If you knew that, what would be the action that you would take, right? So again, we're going to keep this going with money. When I used to think of this, okay, if I was aligned, if I had lots of money, then I would be planning to, take this trip. But from that, then I would get anxious because I'd be like, well, but I don't have the money yet. And, I can't. A lot of people have this problem with their SP, like, oh, like I want to text him or I want to reach out to him, but I don't know, he doesn't want to talk to me, or, I don't know if he's really gonna, whatever. Okay, if that's your inner thought, if that's your vibration around it, then you're not aligned with your desire. You're not aligned with having it yet. So it's probably not best for you to take action from that stance, because you're still questioning your desire. Now, if you knew and you weren't worried, your action would be different. What you would do would be different from what you would do when you're trying to pretend like or pretend like you believe it, or you're trying to force yourself to believe it, but you don't. So taking action out of that place will be kind of in a frantic energy, and everything is about energy, you guys. These, action, no action, what it comes down to is your vibration. If you feel like this action that I'm doing is going to help me and is going to bring this to me, and it's not coming from a frantic or anxious place, then it is going to help you, and it is going to be very helpful. It is going to help you manifest your desire. But if you feel like, oh, this is just, I have to do this now. If I don't do this, then it's not going to happen. And I don't really know if this is even going to work. And I don't even really know. And you're coming from, like being anxious and frantic, then it's not going to manifest for you. So you always want to reference your feeling and your vibration around what you're doing. And put that first and foremost. That is first and foremost what's important, is how you're feeling. All right, guys? So that's really what I have for you. First is to realize that your mind is creating, not your action. And when you realize that, it puts less pressure on you to just take action, because you can feel that, okay, yeah, I feel like I want to take action, but my action is coming out of fear. It's coming out of lack. And as long as I'm coming from that vibration, my action is not going to help me. The second thing that you want to do is get into alignment, and your alignment is going to lead you to aligned action that is actually going to help you, action that is lined up with the you that you are creating. And then from there, what you can ask yourself, what would the action be if I had my desire, if I knew my desire was mine, what would I be doing? And then do that. But again, always keeping your vibration at the forefront of your mind and realizing like, okay, am I vibrating in a way that is going to get me my desire, or am I vibrating in a way that is pushing it away from me? All right. So that's what I have for you guys today. And definitely like, comment, share, leave me a comment. Tell me what you do when you are stuck between action and alignment. What gets you into alignment to take action? How do you receive your aligned action and direction? And yeah, you guys, reach out to me if you'd like to do one-on-one coaching. Subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Other than that, you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll talk to you in the next video.